What's going on, guys? It's Said here and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 commentary. But before we get into the video, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support that you guys have been giving me on my channel. On my first video we got around 90 views, my second one we got around 71, and yesterday we got around 50. So it shows to me that you guys have been really enjoying my content, and I'm just going to keep that up for you guys. So today what I just wanted to talk about is the different communities in gaming, at least for the games that I play. As you guys know, I play a different variety of games. I play Counter-Strike Global Offensive and I play League of Legends, and I obviously play Call of Duty. In those two different communities, as a COD player, I saw both sides of those communities. In the League community, it's more toxic than I've ever seen in my life. But that's just how I see things. Maybe the real League community, the people who take League to heart, see it differently. And this is another opinionated topic, so you guys just have to respect my opinion. And that's League. And same thing with CS. I see CS is very toxic. And Call of Duty has their toxic moments too. Every community has those toxic players. You just can't get rid of that. And every community has those toxic moments and toxic players. So what I wanted to just say is, those communities tend not to respect other communities. COD players don't respect League players. League players don't respect COD players. CS players don't respect COD players. COD players don't respect CS players. And I know there's those people out there, they play COD and they play CS, which is fine. I feel like that's perfect. Always switch up your gameplay, always switch up your game style, always switch up everything. When you're different, it's more fun. But what I found dumb was how they're just disrespectful towards each community. Like, I know as the CS community, they really don't like COD players at all. They feel like if you play COD, you have no game sense in CS. You don't really know what you're doing because you're not focusing mainly on CS. And that's false, because as a COD player, I played CS, and like I said before, I was a really high rank. It's just a matter of that person. So you can't be going out and just judging somebody because they play a different game. If you play Call of Duty and you like CS, that's fine. You play Call of Duty and you like CS, you can't change that. The only reason why they personally judge is because you're playing another game. And I see that a lot, because if I were to go into a lobby on CS and I were to destroy that game in general, and then I were to tell them that I'm a COD player, they would think as me differently. And that's another thing. It depends on the person. You're not gonna get not every person is gonna be like, oh well, you're a COD player, blah blah blah, get the fuck out the lobby. That's not how it is. It's mainly on the person. You're gonna get that one toxic player, like I said, that's just gonna make fun of you because you play a different game. That's the only reason why they judge, is because you're not focusing on that game. If you're not focusing strictly on Counter-Strike, or you're not strictly focusing on League of Legends, they tend to throw you out. Like, they don't want you anymore. And that's just wrong. Just because I play a different game doesn't differ me to you. Doesn't give you the right to treat me like I'm somebody else. That's just wrong. It's just stupid, and I feel like people should really open up their eyes and see the different side of things in general. And I feel like that's in another thing, is always give something a second chance. Don't go based off, just because you had one wrong or one fault in the game and you didn't like the game the first try. That doesn't give you the right to just, hate the community or hate that game in general. Always give something a second chance. When I first started playing Counter-Strike, I was horrible. My shot was trash, my callouts were trash, my placement was trash. And then I stopped playing CS for a little bit due to something, that happened over the summer. And then I got back into it. And then I realized that's when, you're supposed to give something a second chance, because when I got back into CS, that's when I got my real MG rank. And that showed me that, always give something a second chance. And that happened with League too. When I first started playing League, oh my god, I was ass. I was horrible. I had no idea what I was doing. My placement, I was overextending constantly. I did not know how to CS at all. And it was horrible. I was complete trash. And then I gave that a second chance. I stopped playing CS, not CS. I stopped playing League for a while, just because I was so bad at it, and I didn't really enjoy the game. So I stopped playing, and then I got back into it, just like I said before, 3-4 weeks ago. And now I'm like, I love League. I know what I'm doing. I know what champions to select sometimes. I know how to play those champions, and that's why I started to see, always give something or someone a second chance. Just because, for example, let's say someone messed up, right? Let's say you were in a relationship and that one person messed up, and you're that type of person that doesn't really give second chances. You never know that outcome if you give them a second chance. If you give them a second chance, maybe they were truthful, maybe they were actually meaning to change, or maybe they actually wanted, another chance with you. And that's why I always give someone a second chance, because you never know what that outcome can be. Yeah, maybe sometimes that outcome may be bad, you never know, but always give someone a second chance no matter that outcome, good or bad. It's just in general of giving that person a second chance, because that person may be thankful, wow, he or she gave me a second chance, or I gave myself a second chance. And you feel nice when you have that feeling. At least for me, I like to give people second chances, because that can give them some relief. And if they messed up on their second chance, then they didn't really take that into consideration. They didn't really think hard about what they're gonna change on their second chance. So that's really all I had to say. And back to the community is, don't judge the community. Don't be judgmental at all. Just because you don't know what's really behind those closed doors in a person or a game. Just because you don't know something, don't judge it by its cover. Really get to know that person or that one thing. Especially for me, I never judge people because the way they dress. Maybe I'll joke around with my friends because sometimes they're looking bummy, and I'll be like, you look like a bum. But that's just me and my friends. We joke around. That's nothing serious. But you should never be judgmental to somebody that you don't know. Just because they had one bad day, they look like crap or something, that doesn't give you the right to just judge them right then and there. Never judge someone behind closed doors. Maybe their personality may be really nice. Maybe you might enjoy that person's personality. I get judged all the time for being a dickhead or for being an asshole, and that's fine. You don't know me, I don't know you. Don't judge me because one time you got real disrespectful and I disrespected you back. That's just how I see things. If you don't respect me, I don't respect you, and that's because you did something wrong. So yeah, I'm willing to give you a second chance, but at least know my personality. Before you start judging me. There's people out there that are always gonna judge you, and you can't fix that. You can't change that. You're always gonna get those judging people that are just gonna judge you straight, like from the jump, and that's just how it is. So you just gotta learn how to accept that. But you gotta also be willing to give people second chances if you were the one to mess up. So that's really all I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here and respect my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.
I'll stand just like a statue, just like you.